And at center is making his second straight PBA Finals appearance from San Fernando, La Union, number 45, Brandon Ganwalas Rosser Mototua. And at center is an 11-time PBA champion from Pinamungahan, Cebu, number 15, Junmar Fajardo.
Junmar Fajardo and Mototua manning the big man position here for Coach Leo Austria as they start off athletic and lengthy. Talking about the San Miguel Beermen here today against TNT Tropang 5G. And ladies and gentlemen, here we go. As Coach, when you take a look at TNT, how do you slow down the machinery of the San Miguel Beermen as Kim Amorin gets the first basket of this entire final series?
Same with me. That's for sure.
He has evolved his game, Coach, and right now is one of the most reliable veterans in this league. Junmar Fajardo, you talk about reliable, and that shot has been there all the time for Junmar Fajardo.
It's always adding to your game. That's been the case for Junmar's game the past seasons.
Here's Calvin Oftana with Marshall Lasseter right in front of him, using the pick there from Kelly. And Calvin Oftana drains the first triple of the ballgame. The thing with Kelly is that apart from the fact that he is strong enough to actually hold his own against Junmar, he also has the ability to really have the skill set to stop him. But that time, Mototua showing everyone that you got to worry about him as well.
That's big for San Miguel because they're going to help out in Junmar a lot. They're going to do that the whole series. So if the other big of San Miguel makes it from the outside, TNT will have a lot of problems.
Simon Ciso, turnaround J, no good. BGR taps that, and we are seeing a lot of activity for the TNT Tropang 5G in keeping the possession alive after misses. They go to the corner, great ball movement. Oftana with the fake, sidestep three, no good, but Kelly Williams is there. Here's Kelly Williams trying to take Mo off the drive. Good job there from Mo to stop the drive, though. Here's Simon Enciso. Enciso with the biggest sidestep and the basket.
I've been watching Chot Reyes a long time, and I would not have predicted that Simon Enciso would be the starting point guard over Heading and Nambatak in game one.
Well, you know what? That's really interesting because you also have to think of how the minutes will be spread towards the end game.
And it also because Pugoy has been coming off the bench.
Yes, that's true.
So TNT wants a scoring punch coming off the bench, and they're now relying on Nambatak and Heading to provide that.
But Simon Enciso is putting on a show against his former team.
This is more than Chot Reyes can ask for what Simon's doing here in the first quarter.
You know, we were wondering who will come up and really take up the scoring cudgels in the absence of Roger Ray Pugoy, and it looks like Simon Enciso has answered the call here early. Here he is again.
And every time there's a possession of San Miguel that Junmar doesn't touch the ball, I think that's a win for TNT.
And Kelly Williams sails in for two. And take a look at this, Coach. Kelly Williams sailing in, getting past Junmar Fajardo, and getting the bump from Mototua. Jericho Cruz, Mototua really step up.
And even
oh my goodness.
There was a game, he came off the bench in the third quarter and changed the game around for San Miguel.
Absolutely, wow. Coach, as Kelly Williams answers back.
Boy and Kelly together. There was a time, because of no depth in the front line.
Here's Calvin Oftana. Break point to Simon Enciso, who's been red hot to start off in the first. Take a look at this. Simon Enciso with a three-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook.
9 points in the first quarter. We could not have seen this.
Here's Nambatak working on Wambi Chongson. Nambatak feeding Galinato inside, and even Galinato gets in on the action.
This kid has really improved a lot in his finishing inside the paint. That was against Junmar Fajardo, no less.
No panic in Henry Galinato. As Jericho Cruz almost lost the leather. Wambi Chongson there to provide support. He's on the attack. Little bump off Heading, and Wambi couldn't get it, but Junmar's there to clean it up.
Rebounding and second chance points. This is the domain of SMB.
22-14, still in favor of the TNT Tropang 5G here in game number 1 of the Philippine Cup Finals. Calvin Oftana showing a quick double, trying to work on Don Troliano, and he gets the jumper to fall.
That was just great offense beating the good defense coming from Trollano.
What about Jericho Cruz now? Working against Heading, gets a switch. Good find inside. The little push shot is good for Rodney Brondial. 6 seconds on the shot clock here. Don Trollano against Glenco Bundin. TNT have been so disruptive that San Miguel had to rely on one-on-one basketball. But take a look at Rodney Brondial's work rate and finding Jericho Cruz.
And once again, those are points coming off an offensive rebound of San Miguel.
There is a fan, coach, that every time Jericho Cruz shoots a basket, she holds up a sign, Jericho Rosales 39. I cannot wait for our cameras to show that to everyone if they do find it. But here he is, Jericho Cruz, mind you, on the attack. Great find to Rodney Brondial, back to Jericho Cruz. Cruz. Oh, what a pass to Rodney Brondial.
Excellent look coming from Jericho Cruz. He knows that Galinato is not going to help out because he's stuck to Junmar Fajardo. So nice roll from Brondial.
Stingray Nambata. Now to Boy Era. Boy, oh, great fake there. Attacking Rodney Brondial, but Brondial with the erasure. And just like that, coach, San Miguel is starting to come back to life here towards the tail end of the first quarter. What happened in that last time out? Because San Miguel looked like a different animal as we take a look at Rodney Brondial's block on Boyera.
San Miguel's second unit has more offensive firepower. And we're seeing that now.
But that time, Henry Galinato, right place, right time.
And the reason why they're putting pressure on Brondial, because you might say, why is Boy guarding Brondial from the three-point line when he's not a shooter? Because you want him to have a hard time to get the ball inside the Junmar.
The TNT Tropang 5G are shooting 18% better from the field goal percentage with a number of 58 to 40 as Henry Galinato Jr. drains a basket here to push the lead up to 11. And we all know that if he drains one, you can bet 2 or 3 more are coming.
Oh, I saw that in USD. Counters of pass. Don't remind me.
One of my favorite games ever, Kevin Ferrer against FPU, Game 2 of the UAP Finals. So right now it's 31-22, and finally San Miguel get on the board here in quarter number 2. Stingray Nambata on the move on the attack. Dumping it inside to Ferrer, and that time the high shot. The good finish.
And what about that? 6 points Galinato, 2 points now for Ferrer. So the bench contributions continue for TNT.
You know, it says here the starter points here for the San Miguel Beermen is only at 14. TNT is at 22. But even if we call them starters, guys like Simon and Cecil, with all due respect, are not regular starters.
They are not the usual starters.
So really, it's the depth here on show. Wow, Stingray Nambata. The feed to Galinato for the finish. But that was made, put in a silver platter by Stingray Nambata.
What about this guy, Henry Galinato? You thought you would run into trouble because of VGR's 2 early fouls. But in comes Galinato, and what a contribution he is making.
Jerome Teng in the corner, misses everything. Jordan Heading now. He hasn't really had to be active talking about Jordan Heading, but here he is, testing Wami Chongson.
Then Wami Chongson, look at this. There was a free guy on the right side, but Heading knows he can take Wami one-on-one because of his strength. Great position.
The superpower of the San Miguel Beermen is that no matter how big the lead, they could go on a tear, and all of a sudden, it goes away in the blink of an eye. And CJ Perez is going to be one of the guys who's going to be hoping he could start off that run.
He has to be the head of the snake here offensively for San Miguel because TNT is just warming defense on Junmar.
Jordan Heading attacking the pick and roll defense here of the San Miguel Beermen. Simon Enciso. Not that time after being so hot in the first quarter. Simon Enciso, leading scorer for the San Miguel Beermen, or rather the TNT Tropang 5G with 8 points in the first quarter. Junmar Fajardo showing everyone that he has the strength to really bully people inside.
And suddenly it's different because TNT is playing small. They don't have a too big combination. It's only Boy Eram as their lone big there. Ferreira's the power forward, so Junmar can operate better.
Boy Eram stretching out Junmar Fajardo with that triple. 40-27. TNT have had a lot of bites at the apple, coach. And boy, Adam wants another triple, and he gets it.
Now that's a great decision coming from Kevin Ferrer.
Kahilig trying to get the 3 back. Not that time. Here's Marshall Lassiter. Offensive rebound. Jumar Fajardo dumped inside, waited for the contact, and pulled up for the shot. Let's take a look at that again. Marshall Lassiter dumping off to Jumar Fajardo. Junmar, from our angle, you actually saw him wait. We're going to be hoping that that does not get aggravated. As Jumar Fajardo finds CJ Perez, who goes strong on the drive, but Kelly Williams sends it back.
For what looked like an easy layup, and you blocked that shot. That's just supreme effort coming from Kelly.
Oh, I just checked how old he is, coach. I don't believe it. Junmar is a bit slow on the defensive end of the perimeter, but that time to get away with it.
Great
Jumar
play.
Fajardo, when he gets position at the post, it's almost an automatic basket every time.
It's different when you're going on transition. That wasn't a fast break play, but that's part of a secondary break option there. Jumar Fajardo quickly getting inside the post.
Kelly Williams down for the moment, and that's going to be a toss there from Chris Ross. Calvin Oftana driving the kick out. Almost another turnover. Kelly Williams, time, space, the 3. Not that time. And CJ Perez, he smells blood in the water. He goes strong, and he couldn't get that to fall, but Jumar Fajardo saves it for himself. And CJ Perez refuses to end the possession without a point.
Miguel Beer. And now this will surely inspire the rest of the team, the entire bench, to do better because the 2 stars are taking the lead.
You cannot say that these 2 guys are... As Marshall Lassiter now up top. Jumar Fajardo asking for it. Instead of the CJ, Don Troliano, can he get going here? Attacks Kevin Ferrer. Oh, and what an erasure from Kevin Ferrer. Ferrer dishes it out to Kim Maurin, and that's going to be a swat on the other end. It's a block party. We're playing volleyball out here. As Coach Chotre is clearly not happy with the decision-making there from Kevin. Jumar Fajardo takes it strong inside. Here's Junmar. With the 2 to keep the San Miguel in this ball game. And what a feed inside in Kobuntin. Here's Jordan Heading. Around an 8-second difference between shot and game clock here. Heading, working on CJ Perez. That's a basket and 1.
Your 2 main guards make a play. First was Nambatak with the assist pass, and then Heading with the drive. But a lot of the offensive load has to be carried by CJ and Junmar.
Motaudua sails in for 2. Now he's another guy who, should he come up big, coach?
He also made the 3 in the corner in that first quarter. So Motaudua doing a good job with his minutes.
Oh, and what a stop there by the San Miguel Beermen. Jumar Fajardo with that stop. CJ Perez off to the races, but another block. It's been a block party here in United Center in Antipolo, and that's another block according to TNT's, or rather according to the officials. Here's BGR, sold away by Chris Ross. Ross to Junmar, cherry picking for 2. Here, as we take a look at this, Chris Ross doing just enough to make sure the ball ends up in San Miguel hands, and Junmar Fajardo only man down court with an easy 2. Right now, it feels like it hasn't been pretty, coach, but they have been finding ways to score on San Miguel. Here's Kelly Williams attacking Motadua's closeout, and Kelly Williams able to get the pretty finish.
Coach Peter urged his players to match the energy of PB's bench as they head into the second half. And even though Junmar had a double-double in that first half, Coach Peter said the team didn't feel that impact, which is why he emphasized the need for other players to step up and get their offense going.
Here is Stingray Nambata. That would have been big. And out jumping against the Kraken. Here's Mo. Laudua working on Galinato. It's one-on-one basketball at this point. The spin. Oh, up and under, able to go in. Mo Laudua showing us the footwork.
What a big third quarter for Motaudua.
Galinato had bad intentions, but Jumar Fajardo ends the possession.
Galinato was 5 out of 5 before that play, and he missed the dunk.
They said, feed Mo. Galinato makes up for it with a steal. Heading, open for three. Not that side. Mo Tautua saves it, but only to Nambatak, and Nambatak gets an easy two. Important points here for TNT as they hold off the San Miguel Beermen.
When you're struggling, get some second chance points, and that's what Lenin Batak did.
Jumar Fajardo at the post. They take it to their main man, and Jumar Fajardo delivers.
There's no way Kelly can stop Jumar Fajardo when he gets the ball that deep.
You got to do the early work against Jumar Fajardo, and that time Kelly Williams couldn't. Nambata. Stay in front of Junmar. Nambata to Galinato. Galinato open for a second, and it's all the space he needed.
But that's now 6 out of 7 for Henry Galinato.
Ross to Altua. 9-point ball game here from a high of 19. Mo Altua takes it strong. At that time, starting to slow down here, Coach. Mo Tautua started off with so much energy a while ago. As Don Troliano tries to stop Kelly, and Kelly gets up as SMB sue for time after what has been an almost streak-ending run here for the TNT Tropang 5G, as we are now 64-53 with 3:27 in third. Here's Mo Tautua now. You're absolutely right about the size and athleticism of BGR, especially both ends of the floor. But CJ Perez, with a bit of space and distance, has turned into a deadly three-point shooter, Coach.
It's difficult to go under CJ Perez because there was space to go over the top there for Simon Enciso.
Here's Jordan Heading, who sails in for an easy two. Here's Chris Ross, or rather CJ Perez. CJ Perez, the ball pass to Brondial in the interior. Brondial keeps the possession. Tombundin right all up in his grill. Brondial making it strong inside. Mo Tautua already up to 18 points after only scoring 5, Coach, in the first half, as Simon Enciso couldn't drain that one. Here is Calvin Oftana. Second chance. Gets that one to fall. Calvin Oftana tried to answer the call of Coach Mark Molina and make him look like a genius, but that time he misses on the reverse. Here's Rodney Brondial doing the dirty work for San Miguel yet again, pulling them within 4.
This is completely unexpected. San Miguel getting a ton of points from the power forward position.
And they need every single point they can get from there as well. Stingray Nambatak after San Miguel get caught a bit in that pick and roll sequence, and the ball will stay with the TNT Tropang 5G. BGR coming right back in. So we see Jericho Cruz go up top. Trying to find Jumar Fajardo. Rodney Brondial collects it again, keeps it alive, and all of a sudden, it's a 2-point ball game. Jericho Cruz. Stingray Nambatak now. Nambatak working against Jumar Fajardo. The shot, no good, but Kelly Williams keeps it alive. Simon Enciso driving against Wami Chomso. Some people forget that Simon Enciso is a bucket getter in the league.
And he is a veteran who has been through so many wars.
He knows what it takes to become a champion. He knows what it takes to win a championship with the San Miguel Beermen. And Jericho Cruz encourages his fan, Jericho Rosales, the placard to come up with a finish like that. Here is Stingray Nambatak up top. Nambatak playing the pick and roll again. Gets switched on Brondial. And Brondial jumped a bit, but then kept his feet.
But that's not the ball screen you want. You don't want to attack Brondial on the ball screen.
Here's Simon Enciso working against Wami Chomso. Simon getting away from Wami. The push shot, no good. Big rebound from BGR. Oh, but Wami Chomso got the stop. Jericho Cruz taps that up. Simon Enciso tosses it to Kelly Williams. Wide open in the corner. Reina Bata.
Those are the plays that can make a difference between winning and losing. BGR just keeping the ball alive with his effort.
Stingray ng Batak with a big punch in this heavyweight clash as Junmar Fajardo takes it strong.
That's where you want Junmar receiving the ball.
BGR can't get the easy lay-in as CJ Perez takes it the other way. CJ waits for some support. Rondial dumps it off to Junmar. Little bump and the score. Fajardo with the basket off the great feed from Rodney Brondial. We talked about the depth of TNT in the first half. In the second, the depth of the big.
Despite not being at 100%, Junmar made it clear that his mindset has shifted now more than ever. As he put it, finals na to eh. Hindi ko na iniisip kung ano ba ang masakit sa akin. Basta ready na ako sa bakbakan. Right reads as a willing passer. His focus is doing exactly that and whatever the team needs to win. Gentlemen.
Thank you so much for the report. As Escudero, as Calvin Oftana gets a basket. And Kwame Chongson pulls up for the two. No good. The ball pops up. Calvin Oftana is off to the races. Goes in for an easy two. You know, these situations are interesting. As Jordan Heading grades a big triple. See what Coach Leo has in store up next. You're absolutely right, Coach Mark. Coach Chot Reyes engineers that. Jericho Cruz. Probably interchange positions here with Don Trollano. Trollano trying to come off the curve. Here's Mo Tautua. Tautua taking strong inside, and he continues his amazing second half.
Great call from Coach Leo Ostea. Again, using Junmar as a decoy. And then they go to Tautua, who's been having an excellent second half.
Mo Tautua, 20 points in this game already. Cruz against Oftana. BGR, great feed as BGR will get that one to go. Here's CJ Perez on the move, on the attack. Important basket there for the San Miguel Beermen. Of course, more performance from the triggerman Alan Kaidig back in the day. They were in the receiving end of both of that. As Mo Tautua gets that to fall in the last possible moment.
He has relieved the pressure from Junmar Fajardo to be the point of attack all the time for SMB. Tautua, with this aggressiveness, he has attacked pretty much anybody one-on-one, and in certain occasions.
Here comes Stingray ng Bata. Oh, dumping it off to BGR with a slam.
And those are the kinds of plays that you want Reynang Batak to do for you.
Oh, but that's a four from Trollano. San Miguel refused to go away. Look at that again, Coach. First off, what a dump coming from Kelly was to find BGR. If he gets into rhythm, he could be so dangerous. But what about the confidence from Don Trollano? Gets it. Playing in that pick and roll, attacking Junmar Fajardo, pick and roll D again. Something down to BGR, who gets that to fall. Calvin Oftana take this one down. Oh, a turnover by Don Trollano. They shuffle it to CJ. They want the three. They can't get it, but they're going to give it to Jericho Cruz.
4 points. This is a routine play for Calvin Oftana, and he loses it without any pressured defense whatsoever.
Oh, this is scrambling defense coming from the San Miguel Beermen.
Oh!
And there's a turnover. Jericho Cruz makes it a one-point game. All to play for here. Marshall Lassiter running. Can they inbound this? Here's Don Trollano. No foul just yet. Don Trollano gets BGR up. Couldn't make it. And Jordan Heading has it. A heave could change things.
A lot of time, 6.8. And this is the guy you want.
12 points, 7 rebounds, 3 of 4 from the line.
85% for the confidence, Jordan Heading.
And that should do it.
And there's that foul to give coming from Oftana. No need to foul if you're TNT. You won't lose on a 4.
But you will force OT if it's a 4 and 1. So be careful. Here's Don Trollano. Oh, he almost lost it. And that will do it here for game number 1. TNT survives the San Miguel Beermen. What an effort from San Miguel.